Hi, Capricorn. This is your tarot reading for all Capricorn signs for the month of March. Now, I like to make sure I'm always saying, if you're new to the channel, if you're more of a moon or a Venus Capricorn, then this is more of your subconscious becoming conscious. This is more of your emotional depths, mind, body, and spirit. But if you're a Capricorn or an ascending Capricorn, then this is more of the, the core of your life. This is more following the actual houses and looking at it from that point of view. And I just try to tell you it that way so that when you're listening to these videos, you can connect better with what it is that's going on. However, for all you Capricorns, you guys are seriously, like, what I'm getting is like the all-seeing eye. Like, eyes are on you. You're very much being viewed or seen. By your peers, by the world around you, and by spirit. Because they're messing with my ears right now. You are definitely getting some guidance from spirit, whether you realize it or not, to help lead you away from your ego. But you may not comprehend what that messages are. It's definitely solar plexus energy. The ability to believe and will. I can energy. I am energy. I will it so kind of energy. But you're definitely in the core of your personal identification. Very touchy-feely on this. Very much picking up fear, blame, pride, grief, sorrow, shame, insecurities. And your communication's a little bit whack too right now. And that's because Mercury's been in retrograde up until the 9th of March, when it will have its full moon in Virgo, and then it will go direct. However, when it goes direct, it'll be in shadow period. So while communication is only, when I tell everybody, whenever Mercury is in retrograde, no matter what sign it is, it's only talking to us. So we can't help but to get self-centered. And then when it goes direct, it's actually going into shadow. So it makes it even more of talking to us. So when I call, you have to watch out for your word vomit. But there's a lot of mirroring, a lot of shadow work going on with this Mercury retrograde. And the reason I'm explaining it so much is this is happening, I believe, in your 2nd and 3rd house. Yeah. It's only going to be in the 2nd house for like the first half of the month, which is your self-worth, self-value, self-esteem, your investment on your security. And I don't necessarily mean financial security. I mean soulful security. I can mean financial, depending on where you are on your path and how things are going for you. But this is investing on your security, investing in the shape-shifting of who and what you are, your small movable possessions, such as those things that help us come into the power of us and feel good about us. Some people, that's your phone. Some people, that's your clothes. Some people, that's your, earrings and jewelry. I mean, those small possessions that help us be a better us. But then it's going back into your communication house. And for you, communication is Pisces, which means you should be very easily connected with spirit, connected with your intuition because it's Pisces. However, Pisces is universally that 12th house, and it's also where we hold our self-deception, our self-sacrifice, our grief, sorrow, shame, and blame, those insecurities. So with it being in shadow, it may be picking on all of those darker aspects about yourself, of your more private areas, more private and personal self-identification that maybe is, you know, the secrets you keep about yourself. And this is also where you learn to either tap into free will or lose it. But I'm definitely getting solar plexus. What I'm getting is solar plexus in the fate line. Like if you do palm readings, the fate line versus the heart and the head. Your personal interests that help you identify yourself, which ultimately outwardly take you from, you know, being dreams, hopes, ambitions into outwardly actually tangible reality. But it starts with that inner emotional creativity. Your personal interests, what makes you tick, what makes you happy, what helps you explore yourself and your life with fun, that brings you back to your inner emotional security, the roots of yourself, your personal foundations. What are they built on? And all of this has to do right now with what you're learning about your spiritual, soulful self, the depths of self. And with it being a Mercury retrograde and a Neptune, if there's any darkness to you that you're in denial over, it most likely is rearing its ugly head. Because it's trying to force you to clean that stuff up. So that you can get right with self and on the up and up. It's definitely working on the communication. Whether it's a positive or a negative is all depending on where you are in your life. Let's see. This deck's been coming out for everybody. Now, this deck is not a deck you can purchase because it's my personal deck and I do it on flashcards. It's got a lot of Hebrew in it. So even when I show you the pictures, it won't really mean much. It's because I haven't gotten it to where I'm going to start selling it yet. Right now, I'm still playing with it. But it's been coming out for everybody on this turnaround. Tell me about Capricorn. Tell me about Capricorn for the month. Tell me about Capricorn for the month of March. For some of you, you're waiting for something to happen until May. Okay. Slow down. You really got my head going all over the place. So this could be the third eye. Really trying to connect with the heart. Make you overcome some of this ego stuff. And the reason I say that is because you're going through some deep-seated inner work healing. Shape-shifting. Healthy evolution. Healthy maturing and growing. But with that is going to come out some ego that has to be, you know, cleared. Let me just start with those two. The first one out, like I said, is... Sorry now that I'm looking at them, because it's been coming out a lot. The first one out, like I said, I've got a lot of Hebrew, so as I show them to you, it's not going to make much sense. It says Chet. Chet in Hebrew is a tent, is a wall. There's a wall outside that divides. It is beyond the realm of perception. Let me help you. I'll take it back to the Bible for a minute. The tabernacle, which was the sanctuary in the Bible that they carried with them, the Israelites, it had the tent around it, and then it had that little wall around it. And the idea here is when you were inside of the wall, you were protected. When you were inside of the wall or the tent, you were protected. It is the run and return. It is of life and the everlasting. It is hovering, yet not really touching. Meaning you are connected to spirit, to soulfulness, to your own self, more than you realize, but you may not realize it. You are protected and loved, and you are within that gate. It is a gate of transcendence right now. Even though you may not necessarily feel it, you are within that gate of transcendence. So what this is it's a karmic lesson of healing that is coming through. But you are protected. You are within the arms of God, if you want to see it that way, the arms of the universe. You are being led through this, whether you realize it or not. The problem or question is you are also being given the mem. And I know that, like I said, these pictures aren't pictures because it's just they're how I remember what they are. The mem in Hebrew is like the fountain of wisdom. And is it open or is it closed? Is it on or is it off? Now, the mem speaks to us of there's two levels of waters. There's the higher waters and there's the lower waters. And one is the higher spiritual, soulful, more connected, higher vibrational waters of the oneness, the soulfulness, the truth. And then there's the lower waters, which is three-dimensional, lower vibrational, and egotistical. So, even though you are in the chat, even though you are in the gateway of transcendence, that gateway can do absolutely nothing for you if you are in the lower waters. Because that is free will. That is free will. You are given that choice to hang yourself with that rope or to climb up the tree with that rope. So this all speaks to you right off the bat of where and what waters are you swimming in? Are you swimming in the higher waters or the lower waters? Either way, you are protected, but you may not know it, and it can't protect you. It can't help you feel good about your life and what's going on if your mind is in the lower waters. Only when you rise up to that can it. The next thing I'm getting is the lotus flower. I know my horrible drawing skills. The lotus flower, I say this a lot in astrology. There are 3 levels of the lotus flower. The lotus flower is something that we look at as a spiritually evolved flower that helps us learn about enlightenment. But this flower grows in a freaking swamp. That says a lot. You're being asked if you're more or less swimming in the higher waters or the lower waters. If you look around and you think that you are living in the swamp and you can't see the light for the end of day because you are stuck in the swamp of shit, you're swimming in the lower waters. Period. Now, the lotus flower has 3 levels. It starts in the swamp. The most beautiful flower, spiritually evolved, grows from the most nastiest of places. That is the key here. It starts out in the swamp and it eventually breaks through to where it can get some fresh air, where it can see some light. But it can also see there's sun and sky above it and there's still swamp below it. Yet it is becoming both, one of both. And then eventually it stretches so far up that it blooms. And it's stretching away from the swamp where it becomes beautiful. This is reminding you, for one, if you continue to hang out with the wounded, you, my darling, will be one of the wounded. As well as, what level of the lotus flower are you on? If you are living in the swamp and all you can see is the darkness and the swamp around you, and you can't get any fresh air and you can't see any of the light, then you are still living and dealing with the lower waters of the Mem in Hebrew, which means this Chet, this gateway of transcendence, is there and you're not walking through it. You're just going, yeah, I'm too good for that, and I'll keep doing things my old way. This is a lesson of saying there's something here that has to change. Otherwise, you're moving, it's asking you where you are on this lotus flower and its growth, and how much more direction do you need to continue to push yourself to grow and bloom. And it really just depends on where you are. The next thing that's coming out is the Tree of Life. I know, I've got the horriblest drawing. It's the Tree of Life. As above, so below. The higher waters, the lower waters. As above, so below. If your mind is full of ill water, if your mind is full of negativity, then your life is full of negativity. That is manifestation at its best. And you are that powerful. And this is why I'm giving it to you this way. Because I know a lot of Capricorns who are on the up, and I know a lot of Capricorns who are just screwed right now. And this has to do with the way you are thinking and the way that you are manifesting. And where are you swimming in these waters? As above, so below. The law of attraction says if you feel like you are living in hell, then life will give you hell to live. If you feel and believe in your soul that it's a blessing every day, more blessings will be brought to you. But you cannot lie to manifestation. You cannot lie to the vibrational energy. And the vibrational energy can only come to you when you are vibrating in that energy. So this is that warning of where are you on that lotus flower? Where are you on the like if you're a fish swimming in the water, are you swimming in the lower waters or the higher waters? As above, so below. Tree of Life. What you manifest and what you put out is what you are receiving. Sorry, guys. I just give it what I'm being given. You are being told to take action. Masculine energy. Take action. Aggressive, assertive action. And whatever it is that you are wishing to do or moving forward with. Spirit just keeps pointing out the hidden self. There's part of yourself, there's more to yourself than you're giving yourself credit for. There's more to yourself than you're accepting. There's more depth there, more truth there. But you have to get past your own insecurities and your own denials in order to find it so that you can believe in it. And I hadn't even looked yet. This is Uranus, which is independence, individuality, uniqueness, freedom. It's coming with masculine. Take action. Take action towards your independence, your individuality, your uniqueness, your freedom. This is also in Taurus right now. So it's asking you in the very events that support your self-worth, self-value, self-esteem. Scorpio is coming up. This is speaking to you about birth, death, and rebirth. The mysteries of life, the mystery of magic, the feminine fertility of the change. So this is asking you to let go of what you've known you to be. When you looked at yourself, even if you looked at yourself and viewed yourself in wholeness, there's more depth there. They're asking you to go get it. They're asking you to let the lower parts of yourself die so the higher, more vibrational, more beautiful parts of yourself can come back forward. Scorpio also rules the 8th house. So this is setting new rules, walls, and boundaries within your relationships. Shifting them joint finances, joint efforts, joint resources, allowing it to truthfully be something that is regenerating into healthy forms. Since it's starting to take a shift into the relationship, well, apparently you're getting a couple decks. I usually have a platform that I follow, but apparently Spirit's got another agenda in case you like the tarot cards, so you can go find them. Spirit's had a different agenda this whole time I've been doing the tarot, so I'm just going with where they're taking it. Give Capricorn some uplifting guidance for March. Give Capricorn some uplifting guidance for March. Because usually if this deck comes out, it's because they want to give some uplifting guidance. Capricorn, for the month of March, give them some uplifting guidance that will help support them. I'm only laughing because it seems like these exact cards came out before on someone else. Let's see what that has to say. All right. First off, this is about changing that manifestation, changing that way that you are thinking. This is earth elementals. This is saying, I am grateful and I accept the abundance the earth bestows upon me. Remember, the way you feel is what you will manifest. So be grateful. Show gratitude is what they are saying. But also know that Archangel Michael is with you, is near you. I am grateful for the strength and the courage Archangel Michael brings within my life. And he is the great cord cutter. So with Michael being here, he's lending you courage, he's lending you strength, but he's also helping you to realize what cords you need to cut. You are also being given Archangel Raphael. I invite Archangel Raphael to bring healing and knowledge into my life. He is the master healer. All right, people. Can you even see it? I even have him tattooed on my arm. He's the master healer. Emotional, mental, spiritual, physical. You can call on him to help you with anything. And then you're getting the flames of wisdom. I am open to all of life's wisdom, and I share it with gratitude. This is all about helping you heal, change things that are in your life so that you can get on the up and up, get back to feeling good about yourself, set new rules, walls, and boundaries. You've got a shit ton of stuff going on in your sign. You've got Mercury playing all kinds of freaky little communication with you on your self-worth, self-value, self-esteem, your inner talk, your outer talk. The universe is trying to help you learn how to change that. It's all about gratitude. It's all about gratitude and the wisdom that comes with that. So that you can become the alpha. It is the strong, powerful leader. Yes, it's the alpha. It is the higher and the lower waters, where lower reality and higher reality meet. The alpha, like I said, from the MIM, they're asking you to reprogram your mind for the higher waters. But to be aware, this world still is very three-dimensional. Even if we've moved into 5D, it's still very three-dimensional because there are many people in our life that are still three-dimensional. There are many people in our life that are still negative. And this has everything to do also with, you know, what I always say, our daily routines. Our daily routines, there's nothing about that that's mundane. It's the mundane that's the most magical. The people, the places, and the things of energies that you consume on a daily basis. People, places, and things of energies you consume are what's doing the most magic to you. If those people, places, and things are not healthy for you, you eventually are walking in to become one of the wounded instead of viewing them. This is understanding you're going to have to be part of the higher waters and the lower waters at the same time. You will have to be aware that the lower waters are happening, but you still are to stay your mindset in the higher waters, even though you are aware the lower waters are happening. It is wet, openness, cold, separation, loneliness. This is part of what the alpha feels. The alpha understands as a leader what is going on, but the alpha has to do its best for the alpha. Or therefore you are no alpha. Like I said, I'm just going where I'm being taken. Oh, this is the Shamanic Healing deck. What guidance do you have for Capricorn for the month of... Well, I'm just not taking them when they're all flying out every which way. What guidance do you have for Capricorn? What guidance do you have for Capricorn for the month of March? I have a couple that are backwards. What guidance do you have for Capricorn for the month of March? Oh. Give me a moment. First thing out. Unlimited potential. No, unlimited possibilities. But that's the tree of life again. As above, so below. Anything can be manifested. Anything. But it all has to do with your mindset. You have been given the opportunity to learn this skill. To learn how to make it work for you by understanding this bigger picture. There is endless possibilities. Unlimited possibilities. Once you learn how to hook into this energy. It's all good. It's literally what this one says. It's all good. Look at the center. The center is a triangle, which could be both masculine and feminine. It is both sides are one. Inside of the circle where it is protected. Inside of more circles. It's like a circle of light. All is good. You have divine energy with you. It's just will you listen to it. Next is duality. Understand you will be dealing with your ego and your soul, and you're trying to, I don't want to say merge them together, but you're trying to find an honest balance within yourself. Because you are being told, as the alpha, you will be in the above and the below at the same time. Is there one last thing? Remember, what's most important is self-love. Love yourself. Respect yourself. Speak well to yourself, because yourself is your home, which is your inner emotional security. And if you're loving yourself, then it's going to be fine. I love you guys. Bye.